One could argue that the recently engaged Meghan Markle was destined to be the first American princess. Markle's very name is only 2 letters away from sparkle. She's a longtime humanitarian and women's rights activist, with a theater and international relations degree from Northwestern. Seriously, can you think of a better joint major to prep for princesshood? Heck, even her Wikipedia photo features an ascot ensemble that immediately suggests she was meant for legislative greatness. And, okay, her new title may not grant her any legal jurisdiction, but tell me that, just as we've done with her soon-to-be sister-in-law Kate, America won't live and breathe by all of her homemaking commands. And the fantastic news is that the Suits starlet is not like a regular princess, she's a cool princess. Below, 12 totally random neat things that will endear you to the potential Duchess of Seuss. That much more. Point 1. She held one of those suitcases for a season of Deal or No Deal. Markle is not one to shy away from legwork, arm work, rather. In 2006, she collected some minor acting experience as a case-hoisting model on the Howie Mandel-hosted show that made everyone in my household scream at the television. I would put that in the category of things I was doing while I was auditioning to try to make ends meet, she told Esquire in 2013. I would end up standing up there forever in these terribly uncomfortable and inexpensive 5-inch heels just waiting for someone to pick my number so I could go and sit down, too. She was practically forced to adopt her dog by Ellen DeGeneres. By now, you've likely insta-stalked Markle's canine companions, Bogart and Guy. Did you know that Bogart's backstory features famous player Ellen DeGeneres? Markle told Best Health that she ran into DeGeneres and her wife Portia de Rossi at the dog shelter. They'd never met, but DeGeneres insisted Markle take Bogart home. I said, well, I'm deciding, and she's like, rescue the dog, remembered Markle. It's sort of like if Oprah tells you to do something. I'm sitting there holding him. And she's like, you're taking the dog home, and she walks outside to get into her car, but instead of getting in, she turns around and comes and taps on the window glass and she yells, take the dog, and so I brought him home because Ellen told me to. As compensation, DeGeneres reasonably requested a wedding invitation and a plus 400 so she could bring along her studio audience. Point 3. She runs a basic AF Instagram that we're, like, totes obsessed with. There are cute animals. There are brunch shots. There are OOTDs. There are inspirational quotes. There are acoustic guitar covers. There is philanthropy involving precious children. There are travel panoramas. There are random celebrity appearances. There are posed feet. This is the motherlode. Jowl. Point 4. She used to be a lifestyle blogger. Rip the TIG. Markle shut down the site for the lifestyle brand dedicated to the love of travel, food, fashion and beauty back in April 2017, but if you're feeling nostalgic, its official Instagram has 1,300 posts, perfect for back-scrolling. Point 5. She lives for her eyelash curler. While we've already established Markle's regalness emanates from so much more, we also can't deny she certainly has the look of a Disney princess. The one beauty product she can't live without. A Shu Uemura eyelash curler, she told Birchbox. Even if you don't have a stitch of makeup on, if your lashes are like Mime's explosive hands, that you suddenly look a bit more alive. Point 6. She interned at the U.S. Embassy in Buenos Aires. Good to know that a career in diplomacy is no stretch of the imagination for Markle, according to her Marie Claire interview back in 2013. I knew I wanted to do acting, but I hated the idea of being this cliché, a girl from LA who decides to be an actress. I wanted more than that, and I had always loved politics. My junior year I had finished most of my credits, and so I applied for an internship at the U.S. Embassy, so I ended up working in the embassy in Buenos Aires for a few months. I thought for sure I would still have a career in politics. Point 7. She unashamedly refers to herself as a foodie. We thought the term foodie was dead, but Markle seems to be on a one-woman crusade to keep that title on life support. See here on Today.com, or here in Marie Claire, or here in Vanity Fair. Here is a post literally entitled 35 times Meghan Markle proved she's a serious foodie. Point 8. She recognizes the mystical properties of engagement chicken, and as such a foodie, Markle seems to appreciate the undeniable powers of engagement chicken. Markle once told Good Housekeeping that there is nothing as delicious or as impressive as a perfectly roasted chicken. If you have an Ina Garten-level roasted chicken recipe, it's a game changer. I bring that to dinner parties and make a lot of friends. Then, during the couple's official interview announcing their engagement, they revealed the proposal took place earlier this month while they were trying to roast a chicken for dinner at Nottingham Cottage. Just stating the facts here, people. Point 9. She sometimes moonlights as a celebrity wedding invitation calligrapher. Will Markle design her own wedding invites? It's her party, and she could scribe if she wants to. Markle went to an all-girls Catholic school that taught penmanship, and later in life she freelanced for calligraphy services for some side cash and some high-profile clients. "I've always had a propensity for getting the cursive down pretty well," she told Esquire. "What it evolved into was my pseudo-waitressing job when I was auditioning. I didn't wait tables. I did calligraphy for the invitations for, like, Robin Thicke and Paula Patton's wedding. 10. She inspired a plastic surgery trend, introducing a new the Rachel cosmetic fad among American ladies. Markle's first name is actually Rachel. According to E! News, the most requested nose job of late is the Meghan Markle. Patients started coming to see me about 6 months ago requesting Meghan Markle's nose, Stephen T. Greenberg, a board-certified plastic surgeon in NYC, told E! News. "Today, she is probably one of the top, if not the #1, request I get. In case it's not obvious," Greenberg explains that people are gravitating toward the refined appearance of it, specifically the straight nasal profile and the refined nasal tip. 11. She starred in not one, but two, Hallmark Channel original movies while working on Suits. Markle also appeared in Hallmark's Dater's Handbook 2016 and When Sparks Fly 2014. Both films feature Markle as a successful career woman stuck choosing between two vying suitors, but ultimately deciding to follow her heart. "You have to follow your heart to find your true love," Markle said in a Hallmark interview promoting Dater's Handbook. "At the end of the day, when it comes down to finding the person that you're right for, that's not the person you're going to play games with." In that same interview, Markle raved about the amazing network, saying, "It's really heartwarming and affirming and validating. Especially in this day and age, it's so nice for families to be able to all programming together. With stories like this, it keeps it really light and easy. And it makes everybody feel good. At the end of a long day, that's what I want to see more." Prince Harry and Meghan Markle reveal their wedding date and location. 12. She declared war on a dish soap commercial, and wanted for our last go at convincing you that Markle is a bona fide American hero, worthy of a figurative and literal crown. We present to you this inspiring feminist tale. Once upon a time, a young Markle saw a Procter & Gamble dish soap commercial with the line, "Women all over America are fighting greasy pots and pans," and decided it was East. "Growing up, I had a poster in my room of Rosie the Riveter flexing her biceps," Markle told Glamour earlier this year. "When I was in grade school, with Rosie's We Can Do It mantra in mind, I wrote a letter to Procter & Gamble, Hillary Clinton, and Nick News anchor Linda Illerby, who sent a camera crew to meet me. Guess what? They changed the commercial. Months later, the line was changed to People all over America are fighting greasy pots and pans. Hooray, here's to hoping that was just the beginning of Markle's happily ever after."